I'm mainly dealing with neonate infants, children born with congenital heart disease, which is the commonest things babies are born with. The research is about trying to avoid repeat operations all the time because of the material that we use now is not good. So it means it gets rejected by the body. So if we implant, if we use a patch or a tube when the baby is born, you can understand this material does not grow with the babies and becomes narrow and becomes very rigid. These kind of research ideas, they come from the patients themselves or the parents, because they come every time to the surgeon and say, why do we need to come back for an operation again? Normally these babies, when they 1 year of age, another operation, then they, when they are 5, 6, another operation, and it's like constant life under the knife, as we say. So that's why we are trying to create a material which is seeded with cells that can grow with the child and not being rejected, and hopefully avoid all these very high risk and painful operations. Potentially it can help a lot of patients, because if you avoid more heart operations in the future, you reduce the risk of the operations, you improve the quality of life of these children who, they are very young, and even in their adulthood period, they're still very vulnerable, and each operation carries a great risk also, not also physically, but mentally as well. The dream is to create a material which could be a patch or a tube or a valve which stays forever with the child, and so they don't need to come for reoperations over and over again. The real drive for me is not to see my patients again, which is quite funny in a way, because you do want to keep in touch with them, and you do. They send you lots of pictures, lots of photos when they're growing up. But to see them coming for an operation, it really affects your work, because you know that I got children myself. To have those children coming every other year for another operation, it's really heartbreaking sometimes. I think the public should vote for this research, because babies born with congenital heart problems is very common, but also because these children really go through a very difficult times every time it comes for another operation. So they are the real heroes of this, and they really deserve this kind of award.